Okay, today is July the 5th, 2018, and we're looking here at the Northeast Pacific rainbow loop. We have some moisture from former Hurricane Fabio moving right into Southern California. We can see what's happening here. Fabio is right here, the remnants of that storm. We have a lot of moisture from that hurricane moving right into Southern California, but today we have very hot weather, 96 degrees. And chemtrails being sprayed over the Los Angeles area, particularly in the southwest, where this is all arriving from the southwest. So we have a large moisture field offshore. We have precipitation offshore. Let's look at the Doppler map. We can see that right there off of Point Conception, right here. Plenty of rain offshore, but nothing in Southern California because of all the chemical aerosol chemtrail spraying. So let's get back to the map here. We can see that I'm going to zoom in right here on this one area. This is Fabio, and we can see a huge blast pattern towards the very end of that loop. Right there. You can see that ring expanding it from the center. Right there. That little ring. That is the superheating process. So we have a transmitter working on Hurricane Fabio, former Hurricane Fabio. Also, the other thing we want to look at real quick is this area right here, which is filling out, this big rectangle filling out towards the end of the loop. You see this area here. Look at this giant rectangle. That's a transmitter generated feature. And what's happening is they're cutting off this moisture supply that's moving into Southern California. So this whole area is going to be isolated here by the end of today. And all this moisture moving in should be dumping rain and delivering much cooler temperatures, but instead we have 96 degrees and chemtrails. So where is the global warming coming from, folks? Let's connect the dots. These are easy dots to connect. Let's look here at the infrared map. We can see exactly what's happening. We have plenty of rain in the form of upper level moisture moving in, mid and upper level moisture moving in, and we have these jets upspraying. Now, yesterday on the 4th, we noticed quite a bit of spraying on the western horizon out over the ocean. And today, as this pattern has developed and continued, we see the spraying over land now, and that is preventing the precipitation process by capping the atmosphere. So we have these aerosols are sprayed at specific times. The weather instruments prove what's going on. The timing of the aerosol spraying proves without any doubt what's going on, and also proves what the purpose of these chemtrails are. Now today I just happened to tune across KEIB, which is 11:50 a.m. here in Los Angeles, and I happened to be hearing Rush Limbaugh talking to somebody that called in who was talking about chemtrails. And I don't usually listen to that program, but I listened for a while. This went on for about 10 minutes. And Limbaugh was saying, nobody's controlling the weather. You know, we've always had crazy weather. Rush Limbaugh was going on talking about this and the fact that he did know about chemtrails, and he went on to say that they're being sprayed to block the sunlight. And so he's just regurgitating disinformation, because these aerosols are not being sprayed to block the sunlight. In fact, they're being sprayed to stop this precipitation, this potential rain that should be delivering cloudy, rainy conditions to Southern California right there. So Rush Limbaugh is a real potato head. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he needs to be called out on that. He's getting his information from websites on the internet that are spreading disinformation. These chemtrails are sprayed at specific times. In the case of today, we have a rain opportunity from a hurricane, Fabio, right down. This is all hurricane moisture, folks, moving right into Southern California. And we can't get rain no how. We're not getting any rain. And today's a perfect opportunity. We've got a hurricane right south of us, and this is the moisture from that weather system. And we see on the Doppler map there's rain right offshore near Point Conception. Let's look at that once again. Right there. Right here. There's rain all over the place. There's rain out here right over the Four Corners states. And yet we've got hurricane moisture drifting in and no rain. So once again, the fires in California will continue. Jerry Brown has his head, he's got his head where the sun doesn't shine, and he's about as ignorant as it gets. And anybody watching television is never going to get the truth about our climate situation. So there it is. Global warming. Actually, this is climate control, folks. Look at all that rain offshore. We're not getting anything. Tomorrow we're expecting 110-degree temperatures and maybe 112 the following day on Saturday. So this is terrible news, and the American media is covering this up, and that's why I call them the enemy of the American people, because not only are they lying about this weather racket, this protection racket, weather manipulation going on, but they're also covering up a lot of other problems in the FBI and DOJ. If you don't, if you're watching television to get your news, you're not getting the truth about what's going on. So my best guess is that the people that are involved in controlling our weather are involved in a lot of other things in our government. My guess is that there are people on the liberal side, the left, that are involved in this. I believe that because the global warming argument is completely ridiculous, and that's the argument that they're pushing. And of course, we have this Wall Street game going on where weather futures and options are being traded, and disaster bonds are being sold. And so that is, all this stuff has to be stopped. Okay, so that's it. I'll just leave it right here. There's our rain coming right at us, and we're not getting any rain. We're getting hotter temperatures because the chemtrail spraying and the high pressure being installed over this area. We've got clockwise rotation here. We can see that. Let's go back to the other map. You can see some clockwise rotation developing right here. If we look at the bigger map, you can see that rectangle filling out. That's a satellite transmitter right there, that big U-shaped cutout. That's going to cut all that moisture off from this hurricane. But it really doesn't matter because the jets these specially equipped jets are spraying these chemtrails, and that's stopping the lift in the atmosphere, which we need for the precipitation process. Okay, that's it.